time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
You'd never know I wasn't in the room just a second ago. Had to get my tea because Ryan don't draw without tea. Little less stress today. I feel like I've been boiling under the surface the past 2 days. Let me see. I can go a little longer today, but it's 1 o'clock. Dang everything. Never mind about that less stress thing. I'm just gonna start drawing. Look at this hair business. It'll all be gone. Don't worry about it. Okay. Okay, we're finishing up this page and starting the next. Tomorrow, because tomorrow I won't be forced to be up tonight, I won't be forced to be up till like 4 or 5 in the morning, like I have the past 2 nights. So I will be able to do more tomorrow. Now, I was originally saying I didn't want to do a page on New Year's Eve in case I would be busy. I didn't want to plan to do a page on New Year's Eve, but I won't be busy, and I'm not close enough to my goal, so I'm gonna try and get an early start and get a lot done before I have to be somewhere. We'll see how far we get. If I could get at least 76, page 76, man, I'd settle for that. But, you know, on my little schedule, I'll have all my days throughout January planned, so I'll know what page I'm supposed to be on, and I'll know when I finally catch up to the right page. Because now this goal is transforming into, what did I say? Page 111, done by, which is kind of the same goal, but projected. The same goal that I'm missing at the end of December is going to be extrapolated out till the end of January. So it's page 111 will be like, I stayed caught up. As long as I can hit that one, then it won't matter that I missed this one. I don't like making excuses to miss a goal, though. But this has been a rough couple weeks that really threw me off schedule. But we'll catch up. Mark my words, I'll catch up. And I feel like I'm in a better swing than I've been in about doing a page a day. I'm really at least a page a day, and I'm really feeling at home at the art table right now, so that's good. I don't like this one. First of all, it goes right into this one. It's like an indirect tangent, which is something I said yesterday too about something else. So I'm gonna put that one there. I'm gonna wipe that one out. Because even when it goes across two panels and the line kind of like almost connects, it just looks, I don't know, it looks, it distracts my eye. So let me set an alarm. I don't have to leave. I don't have to be out of here by 3 today. I have to be out of here by 4. I'm gonna turn off that 3 o'clock alarm that I had, just in case I get in the zone and I'm not paying attention to the time. I like to set alarms. I set alarms for everything. I'm a nut. All the pre-saved alarms on my phone, there's like, throughout the hours of the day, I have like easily 50 preset alarms that I just have to click on if I want them. But also, that means I have a lot of unintended alarms going off throughout my day that I forgot to turn off. Here's a frog. Oh, my nephew would like this, I'll bet. So, oh yeah. My roommate's brother said he was happy to see me use. Look at this, all crusty, gross. I'm ruining it. No, my roommate's brother said he was happy to see me using the mug he got me for Christmas on my stream. And I like this one because it keeps it nice and warm. It's like ceramic, and it's got this lid, and then it's got this cork base that's like 1.5 inches deep that I can hold it while it's scalding hot. And it is weird, but I keep it on my leg all the time, and I hold the bottom of it all the time, which I normally would never do with a mug. And I didn't realize that was a thing that I would do if my mugs weren't scalding hot all the dang time. So it's weird. It's weird to realize that physics has been holding me back, but innovation has set me free. I don't want to say that. What I was about to say. Here's the tray. He's hopping off the tray, which is... So they just brought this frog back to life. And Bonehead's watching from the vents. It was dead. But it is not dead no more. Am I even drawing on screen? I don't know. I'm not even paying attention anymore. I'm just phoning it in. I'm a fraud. Only fit to be shot. Okay. Okay, here's his science tray that he's springing off of. Science tray. It's like a high school lunch tray, only it was moved to the science wing. Same frog on it. But now it's science. Oh, see, another tangent down here. Usually, I draw the tangent and then I go, ooh, shouldn't have done that. Don't do what Donnie don't does. Donnie don't is me. Donnie is a name my dad would probably call me by. My dad likes to call his kids by names he would never name his children, like Marty or Donnie or Scooter. I've heard him say Scooter. Trying to think of other ones that he would say that I've heard him say. You know what kind of drives me batty? At the beginning, maybe in the playback it doesn't. I'll have to check, but every time I play the theme at the beginning of the show, it's always like it plays straight through, but it kind of like speeds up, slows down, speeds up, slows down. Where it's like, I don't know, it just does it kind of all jilted. It sounds kind of terrible. And I understand that if I were to plug into what is it? Plug in the internet? Plug into the internet? I'd have less glitchiness, but apparently I can't do that from where I am on the second floor in my house without running a bunch of cables through the walls, which I'm not going to do. I don't know. Okay. Should I do... Oh, come on. I hate when the brush just goes thicker than I mean for it to, like there. Okay, so... Gonna go... No? Let me... Oops. I forgot the perspective, which is right here. There. Does this shadow make sense? I think. It's good enough for me, but it might be correct. I don't know. I can't tell. Wonk. Let's see. This frog is hopping around. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Here's my eraser. Maybe that does make sense, but I think I'm just gonna do like just like that, like an arrow. Does that make sense? And maybe that. I don't know, man. I never drew this comic before. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. Hoppa, hoppa. Okay, so I was thinking about it. I have the schedule, the living schedule of a high schooler on summer vacation. And if it weren't for that, I'd have regular streams. And they'd probably be early. Well, I don't know if they'd be earlier, but I'd have regular streams. That I could both. But no, I have the living schedule of a high schooler on summer vacation. Okay. Still trying to avoid these cross panel tangents. Well, I think if I do that, it'll kind of offset it a little bit. Okay. Tail. It's got frog legs. Okay. Garbage men are outside, stealing all my precious trash. Okay. Look, it's frogs. Oh. Okay. And here he hops right off the table, like a danged fool. You know how fools are always hopping off the table. Yeah. Doesn't look like a frog leg anymore. I don't know if I'm doing anything for New Year's. I guess I'll be here with my roommates? Question mark? I'll be getting home just in time for midnight. Well, with some time to spare. I'll be getting home kind of close. Man, if nobody's here, because I don't know what's going on, nobody's here, that'll be weird. You know what? If I was home alone, which I don't think will be the case, if I ended up being home alone, I would probably just get on stream and ring in the new year right here. I think that would be cool. Alas, I don't think that's going to be the case. Tea. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Okay. And then, so he's got a harpa here. Okay. This is the way we ink the shadow. Ink the shadow. Ink the shadow. This is the way we ink this particular shadow all the live long day. We start with the part that's under the frog, under the frog, under the frog. We start with the part that is under the frog, and that is all we know. I don't know, man. And then there's this cage, terrarium behind him, or aquarium. Terror aquarium. Terror aquarium would be a good Goosebumps book title. Which reminds me, so I never got the video file from my roommate, so I can explain here. The thing that was on my wall that I got from my roommate. Here, I can pull it off the wall. And if I put it back crooked, I'll fix it later. So, it's a print of the Goosebumps book number 4, if I'm not mistaken. Say Cheese and Die. That's just off the top of my head, number 4. I'll bet you I'm right. Say Cheese and Die, which it was about a camera, like some kind of evil camera, where whenever you take pictures, it takes like the photo that comes out isn't what they just took a picture of, but the terrible future of that moment. And yeah, and then so this cover is like it's a Polaroid of this family posing, and they're all skeletons. Okay, so it's a print. It's a print off of Tim Jacobus's website, which is weird because I was talking about Tim Jacobus a lot on here, and my roommate separately had the idea to visit his website and get this because I don't think he watches this channel too much, but I don't think he heard me talking about it on here. I think he also heard about the new art of the Art of Goosebumps book that came out, and like separately at the same time he heard about it, and he also saw it wasn't available even though it was supposed to be released, and so he's like, what's the next best thing, what's the next best thing, what's the next best thing? He went to his site and saw the prints, and look, it's signed. So here's where it's signed on the print, like the cover on the print in the painting, and then here's his signature on the print, Tim Jacobus. And so that's really cool. Yeah, it's just what this room needed, I think. So let me hang that sucker back up. Let me say if it's crooked, which it may very well be. I'll fix it later. Okay. Yeah. He was telling me that he saw that I think it was originally supposed to be released toward the end of November. I forget though. And because I heard about it from Tim Jacob, the book that is the Art of Goosebumps. I heard about it on his Instagram the day it came out. He said it's available now on Amazon, and then I went to Amazon and it wasn't available, and then it never seemed to become available. Maybe it's out now. I don't know, but my roommate was telling me that he saw that they had pushed the date back to some date in December. That's not good. And then that date came and went with no update. Like nothing seemed to change. Okay, this cord is like batting in my nose. There we go. It's weird because it's like the interior pages I've seen, they all talk about Tim Jacobus's art on the original run of the Goosebumps books. The cover that he posted on his Instagram was all his art. And it would make most sense to focus on his art. I understand if it wasn't exclusively his art, but I mean, there are like 4 covers, I think, that are not him. Maybe it's 2. Well, I thought Night of the Living Dummy might not be him, but I think it is. Night of the Living Dummy is him. But I know Stay Out of the Basement, which is one of my favorites, was not. I think there's one other one at least that he did not do. Yeah, it's got to be just one other one if there is another one. And but anyway, the like mock-up cover, it uses all like the subsequent printing artwork done by some other artist, which I understand if they were featured in the thing. But it was like it didn't have any of Tim Jacobus's art on the mock-up cover. But that's not what he posted. I don't think that's the final cover. Let's see. Art of Goosebumps. It still shows the... It does have some of his art on the thing. In stock. Free delivery January 3rd. And it still shows the not final cover on Amazon. How many pages is this sucker? It's a hardcover. 200 pages. And it is Prime $26.99. Yeah, $26.99. Remember when you used to be able to look inside the books and get like see previews on Amazon? I feel like they don't do that very much anymore. I never see that. But if you look up that book, The Art of Goosebumps, they've got preview pages posted on websites here and there. Oh, mercy. I'm going to do black in here on the bottom. And then whatever this thing is, it's kind of back splash. That's all black. All black backsplash. Hop a hop. McAfee, get out of my life, you sucker. course it won't. It has to scan right now. If I never had McAfee again in my life, I would be A-okay with that. Oh, look. It's my Mothman pin on my high school Bite Me wristband. Empty. Oh, we gotta do some damage control. Oh, my phone just fell across the room. Okay, so my drawer knocked the cord. The cord yanked the phone. Phone fell to the floor, got disconnected, and my mind snapped. I killed everyone that day. No. It was a day which will live in infamy. What else? What else? I know there was something that happened today that needed... Oh, I know. Let me get this. I kind of know. What was it? I kind of know. It was this. Oh yeah, I thought of one other thing. There's a frog leg mess up somewhere. This one. Frog falling. Was that clever? Did I hear you? These comments. These bot comments are starting to freak me out. Okay, It won't even let me block that one. That's interesting. Okay. Ugh. I'm stretching, which is about all the exercise I get. Okay. This frog's all wall-eyed. He's like, where did the ground go? I was just hopping along. And ground, gone now. Where do ground be? I thought reality was just a construct, but it turns out I need the ground beneath me. Reality was just a construct? Is that a thing people say? Something's a construct? What's a construct? What is the phrase I'm thinking of that I've heard people say? I don't think it's reality. I thought I could fly if I was called on to do it. Alas, I cannot fly. But rather I can not fly. That was the dumbest sentence. I cannot fly, but rather I can not fly. That was the dumbest thing I ever said. It is not flying I can do, but rather not flying that I excel at. And brother, do I mean excel? Look at how fast he's going. Wow. Happy little tree. Bewildered frog. Bewildered little frog. Terrified frog. I left my egg sack for this. Oh. Oh wait, he just woke up alive from death. This frog was dead a moment ago. He just gets up and starts hopping around. He's all disoriented. That's what the scientist says on the next page. He goes, they are disoriented when they first come to. uh, uh, okay, here's some shadow. Here's his frog leg. Here's. Just trying to think of which side overlapped which. Okay, there's that. Because my brain works slowly. Here's my thing. I'm the dumbest person to be making anything. Why isn't everyone making a comic? Why isn't everyone making films and comics when I'm the dumbest person I know? And I'm the only one making anything. Well, that's not true. I know my friend Chris is making new music. He's in a new band. He's got a link in the description. I just got a letter from him and his wife, whose link is also in the description, to her Etsy site. That's Cats Almond. They're making stuff. I guess I can say that. This girl is going to start making stuff soon. I think she's making another, what do you call it? This is my other cat friend, cat Kane. The link to her Twitch stream is down there. Okay. So I guess some people are making some things. I just think everyone should make the biggest, baddest, MFinest thing in the world. And ain't no one doing it. Okay, so no brush for this. I'm doing the multi-liners. We're not going for parallel lines. We're going for character. And I'm going for my pencils, really. I'm trying to follow my pencils lead on this one. Kind of. Okay. So this goes. Shoot first, ask questions later. That's my method. Okay. Just one more detail on this page and then I move on. But do you see how I'm kind of just a doofus at work? I'm just committed to making it happen. That's all you need. You can be a dingus. You can be a total bonehead and make this stuff happen. I'll get it. He said the name of the book. That's how Jim Gaffigan talks. He always comments on things he says in the third person. Why is he still on stage telling jokes? Does he think the audience is interested? No, I'm just kidding. I've talked about it before, but I didn't see the comment from the comments from Kat. We sure are. They're working. I'm here, but also not here. In and out, high and by. Love the frog. Keep up the good work. Thank you. And then, of course, there's the sea of bot comments. Oh. Which is all I've been seeing lately, so I didn't even think to look. Oh, but I think I was starting to say, yeah, I know I've talked about it before, but the Jim Gaffigan show, the little sitcom he had for a couple years, that was really good. I liked that a lot. His stand-up, it's all right. It's all right. I just wish he wouldn't lean on that crutch so much, because it's I don't think it's a good crutch. He's telling more food jokes. I thought he said the last food joke was the last food joke. You know, that kind of stuff. I wish he would just tell his jokes. But he's from, well, I guess I'm not in Elgin, but I spend a lot of time in Elgin, and it's like my home still. I lived in Elgin for how many dang years? I was about 15 till I was 29. 15, 29. What is that in dog years? 15, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 14 years I lived in Elgin. And Jim Gaffigan's from Elgin, which I thought was pretty cool. like I say, it's still kind of my home more than where I actually live. It's kind of like I draw here and then I live in Elgin in a way. In a way. My heart is in Elgin. How about that? I know what's going on in Elgin. I don't know what's going on in the town that I currently live in, for example. Why did we come to see Jim Gaffigan if we're so baffled at all of his stand-up routine? I ask myself the same question every show. It's like he's on tour. No, I'm done doing the Jim Gaffigan bit. Okay. Oh, look, it's a page. 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 Okay. So here, this scientist, he's caught the frog in his hand. It looks much bigger in this panel than it does in the last one. That's okay. Maybe I can downplay it a little bit. But it also reminds me of like Ren and Stimpy, where like I feel like they did it deliberately sometimes for comedic effect, where like you'd have one shot, then it would cut to the next shot, and it outright mismatches, but it could also be like just legitimate errors. But I liked it when Ren and Stimpy did it, even when I was a little kid. I thought it was very funny. So yeah, he catches the frog, right? And then he pockets. He goes, "They are very disoriented once they come to," and then he shoves it in his pocket, and then walks away. So this is a poison factory that seems to be secretly making something to bring things back to life. I'm just drawing the book. I don't know. I'm just drawing it. I don't know nothing. Oh, I'm tired of doing what I like to do. It's like that thing on The Simpsons where Bart's like, "Oh, can I go on a ride or something?" And she goes, "Not until you finish your sundae." And he's like, "Oh," and begrudgingly starts eating his chocolate sundae. What's wrong with my sundaes? I want to talk about this. I'm here, but also not here, in and out, high and by. You know what that is? She didn't want to come on the show. Coward. Howard. She's like, my camera's giving me trouble. I'm going through a tunnel all the time. Yeah. Coward. You know what? I don't think. Oops. What if I do that? So I realize the collar here doesn't match his collar elsewhere. Does that work? I don't know. Gonna have to white out no matter what, I guess. My friends are gonna beat me up the next time they see me. Well, quit being such cowards. My friends are mean to me. That's why they don't come on my show. Because they're mean. All they have to do is talk about their favorite thing. They could even do it on the show. That's what people want to see. How the stuff is done. Guys, all my free time. I'm not saying it lines up with their free time, but come on, sometimes it has to. If I don't have to be somewhere else, I'm pretty much here doing this on this YouTube channel. Or it's after like 10 o'clock and I don't want to drive my roommates crazy by talking and recording a show. But pretty much I'm here. That's the idea anyway. I forgot the point I was making though. The point probably is that my friends need to give up a moment of their life and come on the show every day for the rest of their lives. No, just through April. No, because then I'm going to start coloring on here. Yeah, for the rest of their lives. So what? I'm doing it. I'm happy. But I'm one man. One ugly man. No, that's me trying to buy time to collect my thoughts. Which I haven't done yet. One ugly man. Oh, I can't just carry hours of entertainment out by myself every day. What am I supposed to say after like 3 hours every day for a week? Of just rambling, just saying everything on my mind. Now, if somebody came in here, we could talk about whatever's rolling around in their head. But no. People are too camera shy, which is the most useless thing to be. Your ideas have value, people. Get on here and talk about them. Anyway. Then one of my friends comes on and starts talking about like like one race supremacy or something. I'm like, ah! I said your ideas have value. What the hell was I? How did I not know this about you? Okay, so that's not the case with any of my friends. Pretty strongly certain of that. But that would really shut me up, wouldn't it? Okay, let's beef him up a smidgen, as they say. Okay. Tea. Oh, mercy. Dang it. Too much ink. Three much ink, depending on who you ask. That's a Three Stooges thing I picked up from Ren and Stimpy, actually. Stimpy going about his business and going, so you'll hear me do that all the time. I've picked up a lot of little Three Stooges things in my life. Though I haven't really watched a lot of Three Stooges. I get a lot of it from Ren and Stimpy, or Billy West in general. But there's a lot of stuff in Ren and Stimpy besides Billy West that calls upon the Three Stooges. And then what else? Just my dad, I think. Like I do a lot of the kind of thing. Before I even knew it was from the Three Stooges. I like how I phoned in these cabinets here. I think it's a nice stylistic touch. Normally I would do all the detail. And I like that I did this. Not only because it's easier, but it looks nicer. And it's rarely my first impulse to go to forego. I don't know, to do this kind of thing. It's a nice designy solution. I'm not that designy minded all the time. Okay, this I'm gonna go black with the underside. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I gotta draw the same tedious background pretty much 2 more times. Ow, my face. Take a shot. Just whack my face on the camera. Let's see. Almost done with this cup of tea, which means I'm going to heat up some more. Okay. Ooh, my baddie. My baddie. Okay. I'm just thinking of stupid stuff that I want to make for this channel. And it's making me laugh. I don't know if it would ever make anybody else laugh, though. Oh. Let's see now. Got these pipes in the ceiling. In place for ceiling pipe sort of things. You know the sort. Ceiling pipe. Oh, I can't proceed. Whatever I was about to make up. Because... Hey, look. Ceiling pipes. Okay. Black ceiling. That's the name of David Lynch's upcoming film. And the first scene is the 37 minutes of a man twirling his spaghetti onto his fork. Before wild dogs burst into his home and rip him to shreds. Now we have a mystery on our hands. Black ceiling. I have a comic that I started a long time ago called Moon Valley. And whenever I say the name, I always follow it up with singing Moon Valley. It just seems right. That might be the next comic I do, I'm thinking. Finish that one up. Is it a picture? All right, let's go get that new cup of tea. I'll beer right back with tea. Look at that. I drink Tetley, the Rounds. I forget if that's the classic or the English or the British blend. I always forget now. But one comes in a blue box, one comes in a purple box. One has the Rounds. Sorry, I'm making it all scuzzy by drinking out of it all the time. But one is the Rounds. The other comes in like the tea bags with the string, and I don't like those anymore, even though I use those most of my life. I like the Rounds better, and something else with the bag one, I forget. It's just not what I need. But yeah, Tetley's my thing. Man, I remember growing up, my mom, who's from Ireland, got me drinking tea. She would always buy like the Lipton tea bags, or maybe my dad would, but it was like that was all that was available, or all she knew of to buy. I don't think there was as much tea variety in stores probably when I was a kid, but it was always those tea bag Lipton tea bags, and man, I would never go back to that. I don't remember it, but I suspect it's inferior tea, and I know my mom wouldn't either. We've been Tetley people for a long time, And she also does one called Red Rose, which is those bags like that. That she really likes. If I'm not mistaken, that one often comes with little tiny ceramic things in the box. I think she's told me. Because I'd go over to her house and she's always crafting and doing funky little projects. And she had made this little decorative mirror on which she had glued a bunch of little nautical themed tiny knickknacks. Like there was like a little ceramic crab, a little ceramic life raft, a little ceramic starfish, and like there's all these like little ceramic nautical themed things. I was like, where'd you get all this? And she's like, it comes in the Red Rose tea box. I don't know if it always does, but I know she had a bunch. And she incorporated it into some little thing she was making. I think it was a mirror. Ooh! That wasn't my face, so you don't get to drink yet. And calm down, it's only 2:40. What else does she like? I don't know. Sometimes I do the Bigelow flavored ones. In fact, I think I got some of those for Christmas. One that I like is the French vanilla. I've got those sitting next to my tea kettle out in the hall. Man, look at all these bot comments. I wonder if they're coming from... Is there any way to know if they're coming from YouTube? Oh, yeah, I see it. They've got the logo. They all are from YouTube. All the bot comments. Stupid YouTube. Stupid bots. Lost my voice on that. That's a tiny, tiny, tiny piece of music in one episode of Invader Zim that never fell out of my head. I forget which one, but it's the very end of some episode of Invader Zim where Gur is dancing, I think, with some stranger. I don't know. Wait, are we gonna get this little effect in here? Wonk. Okay. Oh yeah. Knocked my head against the camera. Everybody drink until you can't see. We're wrecking lives here on the Ryan O'Connor show. It ain't right. Garbage day is a very dangerous day. Said the guy from Reno 911. Said Winslow from Cat Dog. Said Laszlo from Camp Laszlo. And that's all the... Oh, said the Taco Bell Chihuahua. I'd say that's all the roles I know, but I can think of a couple other minor roles. Said the two chameleons. No, said one of the chameleons. One of the chameleon brothers from Rocko's Modern Life. I just start naming other characters from Rocko's Modern Life. Because I'm pretty sure there's Chuck and Leon, right, in Rocko's Modern Life, the two chameleon brothers. I'm pretty sure one is voiced by Carlos Alazraqui, and that the other one is voiced by Tom Kenny. In fact, I think they did a lot of pairs on that show. I think if you watch that cartoon, you'll see that they do a lot of pairs together. But I might be thinking of something else, because I can't think of another instance other than Chuck and Leon where they would do that. Everyone's like, oh, those characters had names. Interesting. You're a ginormous dork. What a dweeb. Think of my head. I don't know why, but I was trying to think of how Mort would call Bonehead a dork, because I feel like Mort wouldn't say dork. Wouldn't sound right coming out of him. Don't be such a dork, Bonehead. Doesn't sound right. Don't be such a geek. I realized he would probably say dweeb. Quit being such a dweeb, Bonehead. That's the always promised, never delivered Bonehead cartoon that is finished. Just needs a couple sounds fixed, which I was trying to do the other day so I can post it on this channel. It's been done for like a year and a half. No, you know what? It's been 2 years since I showed it to my family. Is that right? Can that be? Was that my 2018 project? I think that's what it was. No, I was working on it 2019, but I showed it. It was like the first time we'd met Liam's girlfriend. It was at some kind of, I don't know, the timeline's all mixed up to me. I showed it to my family, including Liam's girlfriend and my grandmother. And that's when I found out there was a problem with one of the sounds. And I was too lazy to touch it for a bit. And now it's just I got to pull apart the, get back into the audio files and then swap things out and then replace it on top of the video and export the video. And also on top of all that, I don't know, After Effects makes the computer I'm using chug just depressingly so. That aside, I will get that taken care of fairly soon, that Bonehead business. I just hit my head, so you are going to be drunk. I'm sorry, them's the rules. Okay. Oh, just stuck my hand in ink. Okay. No harm, no foul. Eurochechnya Sklitsky says, Voon.rent. Thank you, Exchechnya. I appreciate your support. Sorry if I butchered your name. We don't have any of those characters here where I'm from. Neptune. Okay. Ooh. I mentioned yesterday that I had watched a couple episodes of Scrubs because I was eating before I went to bed at 5 a.m. The night before. I've been listening to that Scrubs podcast, Fake Doctors, Real Friends, with Zach Braff and Donald Faison, who played Turk and JD in the show. Hence the name, Fake Doctors, Real Friends. I like it. I like the podcast. But it's also gotten me watching the show from time to time. So I get way ahead. I mean, I have way more time to listen to the podcast than I do watch the show. And I had listened to a bunch of episodes a while back when it first came out. And then I fell off it for a long time. And now I'm getting back into the podcast. So I listen to a lot more episodes than I watch. But I jumped in on, what is it, Hulu? I jumped in on the show where I picked the podcast back up. And so I'm kind of in the same-ish area right now. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. That's all I got to say. It's all right. Something to do. If you needed something to do, check out Scrubs or the Fake Doctors, Real Friends podcast. Or make a book. If it comes down to the two, or if it comes down to deciding whether to make a book or do that other stuff, just make a book. I mean, if you're really honest with yourself, you can probably squeeze in all three. But don't give unfair advantage to the watching TV thing. Make a thing. Yeah, when I was a teenager and in my 20s, I was always afraid. Like, I always had this thing in the back of my mind where it was like, I know I want to make art. I know in my heart I'm an artist, but why can't I see any of my stuff through? Why can't I commit myself to it? Why do I always get burnt out so fast? And it was like a really freaky thing to me because I was like, I'll never make it as like I'll never get any of these projects I want done because I can never like bring myself to follow through on them or make time for them. And it's like anything, it's just muscles to flex. I wish I knew that as a younger man. It's like you just gotta like practice every day, really. Just work, chip away at something every day. Make it a point to chip away at your thing every day until you get past this point of no return where you don't even feel like not doing it anymore, kind of. I think it's that way with exercise. I think it's that way with um uh, anything hard, at all that you want to become more disciplined at it is like if you chip away every day, eventually the fatigue, the I don't want to do it kind of fades out, and it becomes part of your routine, part of part of you. So there. I can only say it a million times on this channel. I hope it didn't bleep it that time, like it was the millionth and first. I say everything on this channel a million times. I only know like 4 things in my life. I used to wonder why my dad always told the same stories over and over again. It's like, well, he only knows like 2 things. Did you catch that? I know 2 more things than my dad. I'm smarter. I'm smarter than my dad. That's what I'm inadvertently trying to pass on to you. I'm 2 things smarter than my dad. So yeah, next time you catch your dad just telling the same boring story for the millionth time, just cut him some slack. What else is he supposed to talk about? It's all he knows. Just say, thanks, Dad. That's a really good story. Just pat him on the back with a wistful tear in your eye. Poor guy. Stupid background? Stupid life? No. I like to say that, but life is good. As bad as anything ever got, I would ride this ride again. Like whenever something terrible happens, I always just think, yeah, but I also got my nieces and nephews in my life. Like whenever I'm like, wow, life sure is bleak. I'm like, yeah, but I also got my nieces and nephews. Isn't that wonderful? And then say someday all my nieces and nephews become like homicidal maniacs that chopped up my brothers and sisters. God forbid. You know, I'd be like, but yeah, remember when they weren't homicidal maniacs and they were precious? Times were capable of being that good, and they brought me such joy. I mean, that sounds like a pretty worst case scenario, but I don't know. When everything seemed bleak, I always just kind of think like, well, give it a minute. Everything changes, and every time I've ever been really depressed or just horrified, and or just like had my heart broken or something, I always think, well, give it a minute. And because things always seem to get to a point later on where I'm like, can you believe how sad I was? And now that sadness is the furthest thing from my mind. Can you believe how sad I was over that when now the situation is this? And I tell you, every time, and ever since I noticed that and found it to be persistently true, I'm the happiest guy. I know. Life is good. My or I met a lady last night who came. I mean, it was just a stranger came up to me, and she came up to me for something else, but then she asked me out of the blue. She's like, "Have you ever seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" I was like, "No, I haven't seen that one." And she's like, "Yeah, the movie with George Clooney." And I was like, "No, I haven't seen that one. I have started to watch it, but I didn't make it too deep into the movie. Like maybe very, very, like only a few minutes into the movie. But I like the Coen Brothers, but that one I haven't seen yet. And I told her, I was like, "No, I haven't seen that one, but I do like the Coen Brothers a lot." And she goes, "Oh, it's really good," and then walked away. I don't know why she brought it up, but then she came back and she goes, "Which ones are brothers?" I was like, "What?" She goes, "Brother, where art thou? Which ones are brothers?" And I was like, "Oh, the Coen Brothers. They like write and direct all their movies, and they're the writer and director." And I was like, "Yeah, they did like Fargo and a bunch of other movies." And she goes, "Oh, okay." Then walked away again. I should have told her George Clooney and John Goodman. Is John Goodman in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I thought he was, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm almost certain he is. That would have thrown her for a loop. She goes, "Oh, I didn't know they were brothers." John Turturro and I don't know who else is in that movie. But yeah, I most recently watched Raising Arizona, which I thought was really good. Is that Holly Hunter? I forget now. In that movie, she is so cute. The one who does the voice of Mrs. Incredible in The Incredibles, Mama Incredible, whatever her name is. But yeah, she is so cute. Should I put this table in front of them? I'm debating whether or not I should just follow it all the way down. I think I am. I think I'm going to just follow it all the way down. Because it'll look silly if I just have this table at the bottom, this parallel line basically of nothing at the bottom of this panel. But I liked Raising Arizona. It was more, I feel like it was more just slapstick comedy than some of their other movies. It was good though. Yeah, and then Nicolas Cage is in that one. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was a sci-fi one for some reason, Raising Arizona. But I think I'm thinking of The Man Who Was Nowhere. Is that what it's called? The Man Who Was Nowhere? I forgot my phone fell on the floor over here. No, that's not it. The Man Who Wasn't There, maybe? The Man Who Wasn't... Yeah, Man Who Wasn't There. I think that's the one I'm thinking of, that I was confusing it with. It was about Nicolas Cage and Holly Hunter, and they decide they want to have kids. They're kind of this redneck couple, and they want to have kids, but then they find out she can't, and so and then they see that this local business owner, kind of pseudo celebrity guy, has, what is it, quintuplets or something, and they're like, well, he has so much, we have so little. Maybe we could just take one of their kids. And, it's just this big comedy of errors kind of movie that's kind of what the Coen brothers specialize in, I feel like. One of my favorites is Barton Fink. I also liked Fargo, though I don't remember Fargo so well. It's been a while since I've seen that one. I like... The first one I saw was what do you call it? Burn After Reading. I like Brad Pitt in that. He's like a puppy. Almost. He's just like a dumb jock. I don't know. But he's really enjoyable in that movie. Brad Pitt. George Clooney's in that one as well. Burn After Reading. John Malkovich is in it. Is it Tilda Swinton in that? I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty sure she's one of the go-tos of theirs. And Frances McDormand from Fargo, she's in it. A bunch of flawed people making flawed decisions. I got an invite to a wedding yesterday in the mail. One of my cousins who lives in Texas, I believe she lives in Texas. I didn't look at the invitation. I'm pretty certain she's still in Texas. She's getting married. I didn't look at the details of the invite yet. I just put it up on my fridge. Well, I didn't see it until 3 in the morning. I just hit my head on the camera. Everybody drink up. What if I put it down here? Then it's not touching my face. And then what? Aphasia sets in? This is bone bow tie. When I first designed Denton Crocs, my idea for him was like he was the Gerber baby of Poison, whatever that might mean. He was just like this poster boy for Poison, and maybe he was an heir to a thing. Like he was always he was the what the Skull and Crossbones was modeled after that you see on Poison bottles. That's not quite his backstory anymore. Stark silence. Oh. About half an hour. I'm gonna hop off here, get something to eat, and then I gotta scram altogether. Though I guess I did watch a bit of I didn't glean any what do you call it? Stoogesisms from this, but I do recall it being on a lot. AMC used to have what was it called? It was like some kind of AMC used to have something on all the time where they would play some guy would host, and they would play a bunch of Three Stooges episodes. Three Stooges shorts, whatever you call them. I forget what they called that now. It's Thursdays. You can always hear everybody rolling in their trash cans throughout the day. Oh, is that? I think I want to do this. In Burn After Reading, I feel so sorry for Frances McDormand's character. She's just so like at odds with her appearance, and she's so not satisfied with her looks. Like she wants to have all these like surgeries done and stuff. It's like there's nothing wrong. wrong with you? Stop it. And then there's this kind of lovesick guy that kind of has a crush on her, and he's always trying to tell her that, and she just like doesn't hear it. She doesn't. She doesn't pick up on that. He, he's in love with her either. It's just it's all so tragic. Ah! It was like Stooge School or something. I don't remember what it was. The Three Stooges thing. Do you hear me just ping ponging back and forth between the Coen Brothers and the Three Stooges? It's a quite a range we have here on the Ryan program. Quite an attention span too. Okay. I'm gonna get so close to finishing this page, but I kind of have to stop at 4 o'clock. Unless I can really crank these last two panels. guy's hair almost seems like Donald Trump inspired. But I did design this character like way before I ever. I don't know about before I ever heard of him, but before he was worth designing anything. I mean, not that I would design anything after Donald Trump. But I feel like the last couple times I've drawn him, his hair kind of reminds me of that character, that dude. Basically, look at him. Look, not just the hair, the rest of him. I see a resemblance. A little bit. A little tiny bit. Okay. Let's see, this is a little crowded. Maybe I'll just do his arm out like that. It's another thing I do all the time. It's a quail from an old Bugs Bunny cartoon. Or an old Looney Tunes cartoon, anyway. as I was blowing his little head feather out of his eyes. Little wise guy quail.
You don't want to eat me. You want to eat yourself.
whatever, however they trip up the antagonist. Basically, how Looney Tunes cartoons transpire. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. I might white out that whole little shadow under his arm. Okay. 12 minutes. I know it seems like this might not be a concern to do this in 12 minutes, but I feel like all black panels seem to take forever to ink. Because this one's just a silhouette. But those seem to take me a long time to do. See if I can throw it down super fast. Dang it. This is like bottom of his mask. This one here is his tooth, his lip, his protruding chin, his jaw, bicep, forearm, cuff, thumb. Finger. There's that. His mask. Oh wait. That's his mask leading to his brow and then his hairline. Ink and ink. It almost got a little too wild on me. I almost wrecked this silhouette. Don't go wreck the car. Don't go wrecking. Don't go wreck the car. That's some old Soul Coughing demo, which seems to have, it eventually became a totally different song called Grey Ghost, I think. That's what it sounds like. Don't fall through them, don't fall through the stars. Is that Grey Ghost? Pretty sure. On Mike Doty's solo album, Haughty Melodic. Sleepy-eyed man is bleeding out into the night, singing, don't fall through the stars. Don't fall through them, don't fall through the stars. Don't fall through them. I'm pretty sure that's Grey Ghost. I can't connect the lyrics to the Grey Ghost lines in that song right now, so I'm questioning myself, but I'm pretty certain it's the same song. Yes it is. Yes, sir, it is. I'm certain of it. Oh, it's time to go. Look how close. Oh yeah, I gotta clean my brush too, so I should cut this off now. Even though I'm so dang close to finishing this page. We're gonna finish it, I think. A little sloppy. It's okay. We'll forgive him. Okay. All right, everybody. We're finished with another page. This was 74. Tune in tomorrow for a new one. Maybe we'll get a couple in tomorrow. I won't. It doesn't look like I'm gonna hit page 80 this month, like I meant to. But we'll catch up. Now I'll even make a big hullabaloo about it the day I do catch up. All right. Bye, everybody. Oh, look how beautiful. There we go. Back to ugly. No, look at this. I look like a specter. All right. Bye, everybody. I got to move on to the next thing. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.